Definitely about to go live on the YT. Took a break for about 2 weeks. Hope you've been well. I have been well. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Tuesday for everybody watching on the YT in the Book of Faces. Sonia, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. Truly appreciate it. You know what I did forget to do though, y'all? Um, I know what I forgot to do. Hold on. Because I don't want no. Welcome in. Okay. Uh, okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to make sure my phone was on do not disturb, so nobody's calling me during the live. But anyway, welcome and welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So we are going to talk about it. The difference between having a budget and using a budget. That is tonight's topic. Truly appreciate each and every one for being here. America, welcome and LOL. Why not? um why not what pleasantries? To put the phone on do not disturb? Let me know. Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. Thank you so much again for liking out. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. Truly appreciate it. And again, if you guys can like out the live and share it out, we want to kind of silence the phone. Yeah, for sure. Because then every time a call come in, it'll pause the live. So definitely. But oh man, y'all. Thank you so much. And make sure you guys, if you can grab your daily heart, me truly appreciate it. Happy Tuesday. Let me know how your Tuesday evening is going. Let me know. Are you glad that your day is over? Did you have a long day? Let me know. Truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. I will say, y'all, Rose, now because Rose, you were definitely, one of my regulars. Oh, I can do her better. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Um, I would see your girl was tired yesterday for sure. I was pushing through, y'all, pushing through. But tonight I got some energy. Okay, I got some energy and I got some sleep, y'all. So definitely. So hopefully you guys had a productive day. Hey, how are you? I can do her better. Welcome in. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. How are you? I am great. I was about to say yesterday I was probably holding on by a thread, y'all. Holding on by a thread. Stacy, welcome in, welcome in. But tonight, I definitely got some sleep and some rest. Can y'all tell? Can y'all tell? But yes, definitely doing well. Truly appreciate all of my new people that are here. For all the people that are new to my room, new to my content. My name is Janine. I am a financial coach, and I talk about all things personal finances. We talk about saving money, getting out of debt, and getting on a budget with God in the center. So I do have a financial coaching business. I do one-on-ones. So I can do better. Thank you so much for the follow. So if you're ever interested in financial coaching, you always can message me and we can talk. So tonight we're going to talk about the difference between having a budget and using a budget. Yes, where I need to be. Yes. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, yes. And again, my brand financial coaching, the brand is Gracefully Simplified, and I try to mix personal finances but simplify it in a way, okay? Because as busy adults, when it comes down to your personal finances, we don't want to overcomplicate it, okay? We want to make it easy as possible. So that's why. And then with my brand, sh- is it Shema? Welcome in, friend. Giving yourself grace when it comes down to your personal finances. It can come with a lot of shame, a lot of guilt. You're feeling like you should be better with your finance. Silence you. Silence you. Oh, I don't know. Yes. Oh, but Gabriella Loving, welcome in. So yeah, it can come with a lot of shame. It can come with a lot of guilt when it comes down to your personal finances. So we definitely give ourselves grace in this room. We definitely um you know we definitely incorporate God into our finances because it's so important to I was just joking about her phone. Oh, your digital auntie. Thank you so much for the follow. Love that. Your digital auntie. Love that. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. So again, we giving ourselves grace when it comes down to our personal finances. And again, we were making the when we talk about that, my flash goal, you guys, is 9 heart me's. Of course it would be. Okay. For the people that is watching on the YT and TikTok, if you guys can give me a heart me, that is this orange heart right up here. If not, I know some people already probably gave their heart me, and if you gave your heart me already, thank you so much. But that's what TikTok wants, is my flash goal. So hopefully you can help me out with my goal. But again, it's 9 heart me's, you guys. And yeah, I already gave my heart me. So we'll see. We'll see if we get it. Thank you so much, digital auntie. Thank you so much. So yeah, y'all, listen, if you ever had a budget, started it, and then stopped it, this is the right live for you, because we're going to talk about it. So all the new people that are here, I usually start my live with a couple engagement questions, and then I usually have 3 points, and then I'll have a prayer at the end. So make sure you stay till the end, okay? Make sure you stay to the end. Hey, girl. Hey there. Glad I'm here. I'm glad you're here too. Love your name, your digital auntie. I love that. So glad that you are here. And again, truly appreciate everyone for being here. So Coach Chantel, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for your heart me. Listen, y'all, hopefully we 2 out of 9. 2 out of 9. 2 out of good evening. Listen, TT gave me the flash goal. If you could send out a SOS, thank you so much for leveling up to level 16. Have a good night, Miss. You too, Thomas. Welcome in, welcome in. Listen, Coach Chantel, if you could send a SOS. If people want to give me a heart me, because TT be playing with the flash goals, y'all. I don't know why it doesn't. Of course, it's going to give you the flash goal of the heart me's after I done gave the heart me, right, y'all? Listen, thank you so much for the heart me, L. Welcome in, welcome in. So we are 3 out of 9, y'all. Okay, got it. Thank you so much, Coach Chantel. I would be typing it, but being alive, I truly appreciate it. So y'all, listen, good evening, L. Good evening to truly appreciate you for being here. Welcome in. So the first question, we're going to talk about tonight the difference between having a budget and using a budget. Okay. So the first question, do you have a budget written down somewhere right now? Do you have a budget written down somewhere? Yes or no? Let me know. Do you have a budget written down somewhere? Because we are going to talk about it. No, I can do better. You said no, friend. I don't have no budget. No. Well, hopefully we can help you with the budget, friend. Thank you so much for the shares. Anybody else? Y'all have a budget written down? Like, did you? No. Rose, you don't have a budget written down, friend. You don't have a budget written down, Rose. No, L, you said no, friend. No, none of my friends have budgets written down. Oh, you guys, so how you doing your money? Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you so much for helping with the heart me go. I had my bills written down. Don't know if I would consider it a budget. Oh, okay. Okay, so you know what? Yesterday we talked about like the budget routine. Thank you so much, Sarah Empty Nester, for coming in with the heart me go. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing out the live. Okay, so I feel like we definitely could talk about the budget, but I guess, I think it will be helpful for a lot of us. If you don't have a budget, that could be another live to setting up the budget, or we can definitely talk about that. Okay, so some people are like, no, we don't have a budget. That's okay. Listen, in this room, we give ourselves grace when it comes down to personal finances and our budget. We definitely could talk about a budget. So I guess the following question, which would be a follow-up question, is when the last time have you actually looked at it? But if you don't have a budget, then you probably haven't looked at it. Okay, so we could just skip right through that. So if you did, and I feel like this next question is like, does your budget reflect your real life or your ideal life? But all of you guys said y'all don't have a budget. Y'all don't have a budget. But I think sometimes too, here's what I will say though. I will say that one of the things that I feel like when people do a budget and they get frustrated with their budget, or they get frustrated with sticking to the budget, is they make a budget based on what they want it to be, but not based on what their real life is. So if eating out is part of your real life, then you put it in your budget. Don't force yourself to say, you know what, I'm just going to deprive myself and I'm just going to not eat out. And there are different seasons, but if it's some of the things, routines in your life that sometimes you don't feel like cooking, so eating out is in your budget. I would rather you, as a financial coach, as a coach that's guiding you, I would rather us put fast food in your budget than you overspend in that area and then we don't have any like room for it. So hopefully that makes sense, you guys. I feel like I see this a lot of times, and I know that this is one of the things that I struggle with at first, because I would have my numbers and I would constantly overspend in certain areas. If you're constantly overspending in certain areas, then that's when we need to adjust things. I think a lot of times when we think about a budget, you automatically think of a restriction. Muku, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Truly appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for your heart, me, friend. So let's see, you guys, that the heart me is the goal. Thank you so much for the follow. So one of the things that I would say, the way that I teach and the, as a financial coach, I don't teach like deprivation for you depriving yourself and happy Tuesday in reference to your budget. Cheryl, welcome in. I would sit up there and walk alongside you and say, whatever, thank you so much for being the title gifter of the Finger Hearts Coach Chantel, whatever is important to you, right? When you deprive yourself of things, you're not going to stick to it. So we definitely don't do deprivation over here. Now we adjust things, and then we also, I'm very goal oriented. So if you have certain goals that you want to meet, if you have an emergency fund goal that you want to do, if you want to save a certain amount, if you want to save, if you want to pay off debt, those are the goals that we want to make sure that we keep in the forefront, right? So when you are actually doing the budget, when you are actually adjusting your categories, when it comes down to certain things, these are certain things that I want you to be aware of, right? So instead of depriving yourself, like Captain Anthony, welcome in, friend, welcome in. So these are some of the things that I want you, to think about when you are doing your budget, because I know a lot of us, don't have the budget, but these are really good things to do. And it's some common things that I see a lot of my clients and just people do. Sometimes they're like, again, you're constantly overspending in a certain area, and the numbers need to be adjusted for your real life. Because when you have a budget that is close to your real life or the things that are important to you, you're going to stick to. And that's the whole thing, right? What is the whole purpose of a budget, right? It's like, why do we have to have a budget? Do y'all feel that way? Like, why do we have to have a budget? It's just a way for you to organize your money, right? Because I say all the time, if your money is not organized, it's going to slip right through your hands. Like it's just going to go. You're just going to look at it. You ever just look at your account and you had $100 in there and all of a sudden it's zero? Put it in the chat, y'all. Put it in the chat. If you ever looked at your account, you had a certain amount of money in there, all of a sudden it's gone. Thank you so much for the populars. Let me know. Yes. Okay. Let me know. Let me know if this is resonating with somebody. If you ever looked at your account, yes, and you were like, oh, okay, I got like $100 in there. And before you know it, boom, it's down to 9, because maybe you done forgot a bill, maybe something came out that you wasn't prepared for it to come out. You actually had to spend something that you forgot that you had to spend. It's just like, well, wait a minute. Exactly. It's like, wait a minute, I forgot this bill was going to come out. Wait a minute, Dad, I forgot this subscription. I didn't even know that I signed up for this. Wait a minute, where does $10 go? Where does $20? And boom, before you know it, or you like, you know what, let me just go to Chick-fil-A real quick. Let me just go get something really quick, and before you know it, you like, wait a minute, where did my $10? Like, where did my boom? It's gone. It's gone. And again, because the money is not assigned. We didn't assign the money a job. We didn't put $20. Omar, welcome in, welcome in. We didn't put that $20 to the fast food. We didn't put that $10 to, and again, sometimes too, and here's what I want to say to you guys. And this is what I do too, like all my budget categories and stuff like that. I have a category for miscellaneous. I feel like that is so good to have. Debs, welcome in, welcome in. So good to have, because the miscellaneous category, that $100 is for things exactly like that, right? Where you like, Dad, I forgot this, miscellaneous is still assigning the money a job because it's miscellaneous. It's like, I don't know, you know what I mean? But again, we are still assigning Plum Creations. Welcome in, welcome in. We're still assigning the money a job, right? So, if you're like, you know what, or saving, all of the things. So again, that's why it's so important to do a budget. So important to do a budget, you guys. So let me know. Do you want peace with your money or do you just want a plan? Put it in the chat, you guys. Do you want peace with your money or do you just want a plan? Peace or plan? Which one? Or do you want both? Say, girl, I want peace and I want a plan. Which one do you want? Both. Yes. Okay. Yes. We want peace and a plan. Let me know who else is, if this is resonating. Which one do you want? Do you want peace? Do you want a plan? Or do you want both? Because your girl wants both for sure. Let me know, you guys. Let me know. I'm like, definitely want both. But it was a time where some people just have a plan and they don't have no peace with their money. Right? You can definitely have you definitely can have one. Now again, you can have peace with your money because you like, you know what, I don't do the budget or anything like that, but then you don't have a plan. So you can technically have one. But I feel like for real, if you have peace with your money, you got a plan. You definitely got a plan. So let me know in the chat, you guys, do you want peace with your money or do you want a plan? Or do you want both? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. And if you guys again can tap out the live and share it out, let's get we're at 10K, you guys. Let's get, I said, I need to work on my room goals a little bit. Let's get the both. Okay, yes, I want both too. Let's get the taps, you guys, up to, I want, I was like, I need goals of like, I'm in this C league, it's a little different in that league, y'all. Well, I want to get the taps up to 20K, y'all. And hopefully by the end of the live, we'll get to like 50 and 60K. Because definitely the more taps and shares and likes, it definitely will get more people into the room, because we want to talk. We definitely need more people, to be educated about their personal finances and their budget. So a budget isn't paper, it's practice. It's practice, you guys. And also, if you can keep the chat chatting, if you can use my stickers that's also in the chat. So let me know. That also will help out the room, help the, because again, this is an engagement app on TikTok. So they're like, listen, or what are you guys doing in here? So if you again can tap out the screen, share it out, make sure that we are being engaging as much as we can. Jenny, welcome in. Thank you so much, Elle, for the stickers. Thank you so much. So the first little point, you guys, that I guess I want to say is which is really good. Thank you so much for the stickers. Having a budget, you guys, gives information. Using it creates change. And I'm just gonna say that again. Okay. I'm gonna say that for the people in the back or the people that's watching in the hallway that wants to come into the live. You should come in, friend. This is a safe space when we talk about our personal finances. And I'm just gonna say it again for everybody watching. So having a budget gives information. Using it creates change. So put it in the chat if you really want to change your personal finances, if you really want to do something different in 2026, you guys. Put it in the chat. Do you want change? I'm ready for change. Put it in the chat. Joyce, welcome in, welcome in. Put it in the chat. Having a budget gives information. Using it creates change. So put that in the chat, you guys. Put it in the chat. I'm ready for change. Oh, you ready for change, friend? Good. We all are ready for change. And I feel like it's such the perfect time, right? In 2026 is January. It's like the new year, new year, new me, new budget, new personal finances. It's such a great time to really transform your finances, especially if you have goals. If you're like, you know what? I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of barely having any money after I get paid. I'm tired of, not being able to buy things with cash and I'm going into debt. If you are tired of doing the same things over and over again, put it in the chat. Okay. Put it in the chat because this is your year. this is your year. But remember though, I want you guys to remember some things. If you really want to transform your finances, if you really want to save your money, if you really want to get out of debt strategies, if you really want to stick to a budget, we're going to have to do some things differently, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm saying that with love. We're going to have to do some things differently. So if you're ready to do something different in 2026, say I'm ready. Put it in the chat. Say I'm ready, girl. I'm ready. Let me know what I need to do. Say, listen, I am ready. So a budget sitting on your phone is information. A budget you check, you adjust, and you return to often is transformation. I'm just going to say that again. Okay. So a budget sitting on your phone, you know how you buy those budget templates and you put, your information in 1 or 2 times and then you never use it again. You may have written down your budget one time and then you maybe used it once or twice and then you never use it again. So a budget that's sitting on your phone, that's sitting on your computer, that's sitting maybe in your planner, okay? It's just information. Do you know how much, I feel like in 2026, you guys, there's so much like AI. There's so much information, especially in personal finance. It's just like you can get overwhelmed with all of the information. Who do I listen to? What works? What does not work? But a budget that you check, that you adjust, right? Because I will say for me personally, budgeting for over 15 years, you guys, I will say that, listen, no budget is the same every month. I'm going to tell you hands down, it is not. Things change month to month. You may have birthdays in certain months. You may have higher bills in certain months, depending on the weather and all that. So no budget is just going to be the same every single month. It's just not. Some months you're going to have 3 checks. If you're getting paid every 2 weeks, some months you'll have lower ones. Some months you may be doing overtime. Some months you may not. So that's why a budget is not a set it and forget it. It's not, I'm going to look at it one time and I'm just going to look at the budget one time and that's it. No. You have to check it. You have to adjust it. You have to constantly, yes, gas bill was ridiculous last month. Yes, your digital, what? Yes, my gas bill was higher too for it. Yes. And that's why you have to prepare for those things, right? Because like in the winter months, the gas, the electric may be a little bit higher. So putting some money aside, having a sinking funds for, the higher bills, right? Also, like prime example, Christmas and Thanksgiving, that those months you're going to probably spend a little bit more, for food, entertaining family, gifts and all that stuff. These are things that we're going to prepare for. We preparing for those things. That's why the budget is a never set it and forget it. Look at it one time. It is not that. So if you think it is, you guys, I'm here to tell you it's not. But remember, a budget that you check, that you adjust, and that you return to often, that's when the transformation comes, right? That's when we really start to get control of our money. When we really start to say, you know what, let me adjust this. Let me put money here. Let me do this. When we really start to get into the routine. And one of the things that I talk about and that when it comes down to like my clients and stuff, we talk about systems, right? We talk about putting systems in place for when you're tired, when you're exhausted, when you don't feel like looking at the budget. Your systems are going to carry you. And when you're honestly, Karen, welcome in, friend, welcome in. The systems will carry you when you're tired, when you're exhausted, and when you don't feel like, because guess what? You're going to get tired. You're not going to feel like it. And again, when we put those systems in place in reference to our budget, it's going to carry you through. So I always talk about putting some systems in place, putting some things in place. So then it'll help you during the times that you don't feel like it. And I think this also too, when we talk about like having a budget gives you information, using it creates change. This is where you can distinguish knowledge versus obedience, right? Because I talk about all things personal finances, but with God in the center. So when honestly, Karen, welcome back in, friend, welcome back in. So we can distinguish having knowledge about personal finances, but being obedient, right? Actually doing it. And we talked about yesterday the budget routine, like making sure that you have a budget routine. So let me know, you guys, if you are picking up what I'm putting down. Let me know. Let me know if it's resonating with some of you guys. Let me know. Like, let me know. Put a yes in the chat if this is resonating with you. Let me know. Picking up. Oh, yes. Picking up what I'm putting down, friend. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much. Glad that you are picking up what I'm putting down. America, thank you so much for liking out the live. Where we at? We at 11K. Y'all, thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. And so the second point, you guys, is most budgets, right, fail because there's no rhythm. Man, this is like so true. And I think I definitely talked about this yesterday. Most budgets fail because there's no rhythm. We got to have a rhythm to this budget. We have to have a rhythm to our money. We have to have a rhythm to it, y'all. We don't fail because we're bad with money. We fail because we don't build routines around our money. I talked about this yesterday, and it's so, so, so important. We don't fail because we're bad. Jimmy, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Dr. Trish, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. You guys came in at the right time. Thank you so much. We are talking about having, well look, I forgot the difference between having a budget and using a budget. Hey, Jimmy, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. And we're talking about the difference between having a budget and using a budget. So you guys came at the right time. Welcome in, welcome in. So the second point, which I talked about this yesterday, was most budgets fail because there's no rhythm. And again, we don't fail because we're bad. Veronica, welcome in, friend, welcome in. We don't fail because we're bad with money. We fail because we don't build routines around our money. So I know some people said that they don't have a budget. And I think it was, maybe, I don't know if it's the same people in here from yesterday, but do you at least have a budget routine? Put it in the chat. Do you have a routine with your money? Do you have a routine with your budget? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Do you have a routine? Let me know. And let me know, y'all. Do you have a routine when it comes down to your money? Do you have something that you at least do, again, I think some people said they write their bills down. Yes, I spend it. Oh, that's your routine to spend it, friend. Oh man, Jimmy, that's your routine to spend it. But what about like writing out the bills, looking at the due dates, figuring out what's coming in, what's coming out? Look. He said, listen, the routine is to spend the money. Just be nice, welcome in, welcome in. That's the routine, Jimmy. You said, listen, when it come in, it come out. Okay. Wait a minute. But wait, friend, we don't have a routine to write down the bills. Do we write down the bills? Do we know what's coming in? Do we know our survival number? I talked about that in another live. What's your survival number? I know you was here, Jimmy, when I talked about it. So these are the things. So it's good to spend, but it's also better to say, nope, they take it when I had, oh no, they take it when I had to my account. So they took it when Tuesday greeting. Welcome in. Welcome in, friend. Welcome as a glamour. Welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Happy Tuesday. Well, Jimmy, wait a minute. Did you say they take it when you put it in your account? So I mean like when the account's negative? Let me know. Welcome in for all the new people that are watching on the YT. We are talking about having a budget, the difference between having a budget and using a budget. So we are talking about it. And one of the things again that I said was we don't fail because we're bad with money. We fail because we don't have any routines built around our money. So I was just reading the comments. So let me know, Jimmy, if that's what you mean. Like that, did they take it out because it was negative? I add money, and whenever bills are due, the company takes it. Okay, that's fine. But here's the thing, right? And that's, again, you have a bills account, but the budget routine will allow you to say you are prepared for the bills that are coming out because you looked at the due date, so you already know it's coming out. So I get it that you're saying I'm funding the account and then the bills take it. So that's fine, right? That's why we have a bill account. But we also want to make sure that, again, you have a little cushion into your checking accounts. I have a budget and I use it, and sometimes it could be too strict with my budget. Oh, grandma, when I tell you, I just said, like, you just came in and I literally just said that, literally just said it. I'm going to say that response, friend. I just want to finish, Jim. I want to finish this thought. That, again, it's great to have the account to make sure that you are having the money in there, but we also want to make sure we're looking at it in a monthly view. We also want to have a cushion to our to our accounts, because you want to avoid overdraft fees, and you just want to make sure, like, what's coming in, like you know that this bill is coming in. So definitely we definitely want to do that. But I want to answer this question on YouTube. When I said that, some people, I see this on a lot of my clients, right? Or just people that I'm, talking to in the community about when it comes down to the budget. Sometimes when we make budget categories and we are too strict with it, or we don't adjust the budget to our real life, it will cause us to constantly overspend. And that's exactly what you said, friend. And I see that all the time. And I had to honestly learn that as well, that sometimes people can just feel frustrated when it comes down to the budget, because you're like, I'm constantly overspending. Like, prime example for me, eating out is part of my budget. The way that I talk about personal finances and the way that I am with, as a financial coach, I don't teach you anything about deprivation, because when you deprive yourself, you're not going to stick with it. So if eating out is a realistic part of your budget, then just budget for it. Whatever the category is, being too strict. Yes, so true. It's better day by day. Yes, because restriction and when you're restricted, you're gonna overspend. That I feel like that's just so, when it's almost like when your mom tell you not to do something, you want to do it anyway. Like, when your mom say, don't touch that hot stove, and then you just like, oh, I just want to. And it's like, so it's the same thing when it comes down to the personal finance and budget. Like, oh no, I can only spend $20 a week on. I use the cash system, envelope system. It's helpful a lot. I love the cash envelope system. I am a cash budgeter over here. If you didn't see some of my YT videos where I'm cash stuffing, I absolutely love it. I always tell, my community, listen, if you really want to save some money, use cash. Okay. Put the cash envelopes. Shonda, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. So yes, totally agree, y'all. Listen, totally agree. But yes, that's so important, why we have to build some money routines when it comes down to our money. And we also want to be realistic with our budget categories. Because like I said, fast food is a part of your growth. That's part of my budget, fast food. Because there are going to be nights that I know that I don't feel like cooking for these kids. And fast food is going to be in it. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I will say. Whatever you making sure that the categories are realistic, though, right? And I have to check it out. Yes, go check it out. Making sure the categories are realistic. And some of the things too that I like tell my clients, and this is one of the things that you can do too. Sometimes people, when they first start the budget, they're like, oh, I don't know what to actually I don't know how much I should be budgeting, or how much should I put for each category. So here's one of the things that I will recommend for especially the new people that haven't done the budget. You don't really know the categories. You really don't know how much should I put in this category? How much? Because I get that question all the time too as well. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys to do. Okay. Check. I want you to go to your bank statements and print out your bank statements for the last month or the last 2 months. I want you to get and this is what I did too. I want you to get like a highlighter. Okay. I'm not, some color markers. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to highlight, like, prime example. I want you to highlight all of your fast food every time that you, spent fast food. Right now, this is going to take a little time, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. It's going to take a little time, but I promise you, it will bring you some awareness to your budget, and then it will allow you to have a estimate on how much each category you should have. Because I feel like that is the biggest thing that people say, well, if I'm I don't know how much I should be spending. So your bank statements is going to tell you. So again, make sure, print out your bank statements. Vibrant Love, hey friend, welcome in. Print out your big statements for 1 or 2 months. Highlight. If you every time you have fast food, highlight it in a different color. Every time that you got gas in your car, highlight it in a different color. And then what you want to do is highlight all of the different categories, right? Hello, friend. Hey, friend. Welcome in. Highlight all the different categories. And then I want you to add it up. So I want you to go through all of the ones that you, let's say, eating out is highlighted in pink. Super fan Keish, welcome in, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Once you, let's say that the fast food is the pink ones, add up all the pink ones. And let's say that when you add up all of the pink transactions, it comes to, let's just say for eating out in a month, let's say it comes to $300. You may say, ooh, I didn't realize that I spent $300 in fast food. Hello, Keish. Then, making sure you add up all these categories. Now, first, number one, we are aware of our spending because awareness is key, right? You got to be aware of what you spend. So and one of the things that I always say is we can't fix nothing. We can't fix what we don't face. And I'm going to say it again. Yes, I started. Yes, I've started to expense track. It's a game changer. Ooh, I literally, absolutely. When I tell you expense tracking is a game changer, I always say, if you really want to know your relationship with your money, track your expenses. Look at how much you've been spending. Yes, budgeting is a game changer. It is, Sandra. It is. And like I said, you guys, when you print out your bank statements, when you highlight it, when you add it all up, if you say, ooh, $300 is a lot for my fast food, that's when we can adjust it a little bit, right? I don't want you to go from you 1 month spending $300 in your fast food, then the next month I'm gonna tell you to go to 50. No, that's not going to be realistic. Remember, we want to make sure that we're realistic with your budget, but also we also want to make sure that our spending is aligned with our goals, right? So then I would ask you, if you are a potential client and we're walking, and I'm walking alongside you with you, I would say, what's your goals, right? You may say, you know what, I want an emergency fund. I don't have any savings. So then we could say, you know what, okay, if the fast food budget is you seeing that you spending 300, let's maybe bring that down to 200, and let's put that other 100 in your savings. Okay. Or you may say, you know what, let's see if we can get it to 150. Let's see if we can get the, and then and then also too, it's a trial and error too. You feel like, oh, 150 maybe to a little bit too strict. Let's say 175, right? And then let's put the extra into your savings. So it's all about adjusting the categories, what feels right for you. Because I always tell people everybody personal finances look different. What's important to me is not going to be important to you. What's important to you may not be important to me. So it's so important to make sure you have these strategies in place so you can understand how to really adjust the categories, how to understand how to really stick to the budget, because that's what we want to do, you guys. But then also too, which I feel like the biggest thing, we want your budget to match your goals. If your goals is to save money, we want the budget to match that. If your goals is to pay off debt, we want your budget to match that. So I think that that's also the missing piece for it. Like, I don't want you to deprive yourself when it comes down to the budget, but I also want you to keep your goals in the forefront as well. Because when you think about your spending, I want you to say, okay, is this transaction or is this item going to push me towards my goal, or is it going to push me away from it? Bless me too. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. So let me know if it's resonating. Thank you so much for your heart, me friend. Let me know if this is resonating with you. Let me know if you are like, oh, yes, I understand. Put some yeses in the chat. Thank you so much. Let me know if you're like, I get it. Yes, you are talking to me. And also, I think, again, I'm hearing it and listening. Jimmy, okay, friend. I'm glad you're hearing it and listening. Yes, okay, Keish. Yes, okay. Making sure. Okay, we at 15K, y'all. Let's see if we can get the taps to 20K. Let's see if we can get it to 20K. I have my little helper over here. So let's see if we can get it to 20K. And again, you guys, like I said, it's so important for us to build some routine. When it comes to savings, I put my emergency fund as a fixed expense. I love that, friend. I love that. I love that. I love that. Very good info. Let me know I'm on the right track. Yes, you are on the right track. Yes, you are. Yes, it says, we got a comment that says when it comes to savings, she puts her emergency fund as a fixed expense. I like love that, because y'all, as a fixed expense, what does that mean? Oh, Jimmy, great question. So a fixed expense is almost like she puts her savings as like a bill, right? Because a fixed expense is something that doesn't change, but it forces her to save. It forces you to save. So if you put it in your fixed expenses, that, when it's coming out, that, let's say when you get paid, she may be automatically putting like, okay, I know that my savings, I'm $100, no matter what. Now, I don't care, whatever's going on. $100 is going to the saving for the emergency fund. And that is honestly a great idea. It is, because it just will force you to save. It'll force you to save. And I always tell my clients, my community, all of you guys, as a bill. Yes, as a bill, and I tell people all the time, listen, because I get this question that's very common all the time as a financial coach. Janine, should I save my money first, or should I get out of debt? Should I, pay off my credit cards first, or should I build my emergency fund? Listen, yep, I put one-on-one every payday. Love that, friend. Love it, love it, love it. And listen, I tell this to my clients and everything. You need a cushion between you and life. Okay. Because guess what? Life is going to happen. So savings and emergency fund is vital before you pay off any debt. I am going to tell you that as your financial coach. You have to save some money. You have to have a cushion, because life is going to life. It's not if it's going to life, it's when. Okay. I'm just saying, it's not if, it's when. That's why we started the 90-day challenge, you guys. Listen, y'all know I'm going to be talking about it I'm going to talk about it anyway. But for the new people that are watching on the YT, the Book of Faces, listen, we are starting as a community a free 90-day challenge. The links are in the description of my YouTube. It says freebie. Make sure, if you guys did not download the 90-day challenge, you have until Friday. There will be there will be prizes for the top 3 people that save the most money. But in order for you to join, you have to download the free material. For the people that are on the TikTok, you go to the circle, my profile, and it says Stan. That's Stan. I got to be careful what I say on here, y'all, because what's the name is very. So go to the Stan, and then the free link 90-day challenge is right there. Okay, so listen, it's right there. Soon as you click on the Stan, it's right there in the bio. Top 2 people, because I'm getting one. Oh, Jim, listen, y'all. Jimmy said he getting one. Very good. Listen. It cost me $50 to get my car window fixed, more like rigged. Oh, Byron Love, he said $50. Oh, Jimmy said the top 2 people, because he getting one of those spots. Listen, and I said it's free. We are doing this as a community, you guys. And again, like I said, it's so important for you to have a savings. You have to have a cushion between you and life. So we already started, but I extended the savings challenge till Friday. So like I said, you got to go download the information, because in order for me to track who's actually in, who's eligible for the prizes, is the people that downloaded the information. So that's the only way. And I have to track it, and there will be a verification process. But the top 3 people, listen, we started off strong. The challenge started on Friday. Your girl saved $100. Okay. But some people in my community saved a little more than me. Okay. So listen, it's a challenge. So whoever saved the most money, and again, we just want to make it fun and easy. But listen, y'all, and the challenge ends. Just downloaded it. Yes, friend, love it, love it, love it. And I will show you guys how mine's look. Okay, for other people on the YT, this is how mine's look. I put it in this little thing. I forgot I had it sitting here, but this is how mine's look. Make sure you go download it on the YT. I colored it in, and this is the money in here. Okay, you can see it on the YT. And this is my little thing. I started out with the $500 one, y'all. This is how it looks. And this is the money in here. And I put it in my little budget binder. Okay. This is how it look, y'all. Okay. I know the lighting is probably bad on here. But yes, go get it. Love it. Yes. Okay. Go get it. Get those. Download it. And again, it's a free tracker. You cut it out. You decide what you want to save. I started with the $500 one. And again, every time you add some money to the envelope, you just color it off. Okay. So I gave you several different options. I think the first one is a $5 one, a $10 one, a $15 one, and then grateful. I came across this live. So needed this. Oh, your digital auntie. I'm so glad you came across it too, friend. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the community. We truly appreciate you here. But yes, I was like, listen, this is going to be our Q1, type of challenge. Well, I'm gonna have something else for you guys next challenge, next I think that I will do stuff at quarterly, so every quarter. So this is our Q1 thing that we are doing for Q1. So I'm so super excited. So again, it started on Friday, January the 9th, and then it ends April the 9th. So listen, I said some people can start off strong with the savings, y'all, but they say slow and steady wins the race. Okay, to ensure online it takes up ways to sell instead of directing customers through websites. Oh, I don't know what that meant, y'all. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold on, you guys. I don't know what that meant. Did it restrict the live? No. Okay. I got a message across the listening, because TT be like playing with the TT trip. It is tripping, y'all. Like, I'm like, listen, you got to be careful what you say. On Stacy, welcome in. It was saying like to, you make sure that you're not having people go off of the platform. TT is a jealous person. Okay. That's why I'm like, sometimes I have a love-hate relationship with this app. Okay. Especially as a live host, we have a love-hate relationship, because it's like, man, it's just like I want to say some certain stuff, but I can't. And if I say it, then I get in trouble and I get it restricted and all this other stuff. So bear with your girl. Yes, TTB. Listen, you can't, as a live host, all the live hosts, a jealous pimp. I said, yes. Okay. Like, dang, TT, I'm just trying to get a community to save money so we can be prepared, and then you just want to be tripping. So sorry, y'all, for the people that's watching on the YTC. YT don't be doing that, y'all, or the Book of Faces don't do that. It's just TT. TT just be y'all. But anyway, y'all, like that, you can't say. Listen, you can't really say anything on here. That's why I be like, listen, I be like, send me a, you got to be careful what you say. So yeah, but. Again, make sure. So the challenge ends April 9th, you guys. And yeah, so it's free. Tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your cousin, tell your brother, everybody. Okay. But in order for them to be eligible for the prizes, they have to go download the material. So make sure you tell it everybody. So yes, y'all. The savings challenge. And again, like I said, it's so important. And I feel like it's just fun, like, every week. Now, I said, also too, for the people that was asking me, because I feel like this was a common question that I got also, like, how often should we save, or how often should I put in there? There's no restrictions on how often you can save. You can save how often as you want, every time you get money, all of that, however you want. I said for me, I probably will be saving every 2 weeks, because I just get paid every 2 weeks. So it's just easier. But here's what I would say, y'all, and this is what I would be encouraging y'all too. Let me tell y'all, make sure y'all looking in your house for those items that is, sitting here that you could sell. Listen, I said, listen, I'm putting, I'm going in my garage, y'all. The stuff that I've been sitting there, I'm selling. Okay. Listen, guess what else I got, y'all? Now, this is only a little bit, but listen, your coin jar. Now, I know y'all don't listen. I know this is halfway empty. Okay. Listen, I got my little coin jar, but listen, this is what I want to encourage y'all. Get y'all coins, get all of that. Okay. Go to the, all of the coins that you don't use, go to the supermarket, add it up. Every bit counts, Jimmy. Every bit counts, friend. Okay. So all your coins that, you see the pennies, whatever. Listen, I think my son got a whole big jar of coins. I said, oh, you might as well just give it to your mom so I can put it in my savings account. So make sure, you guys, again, if you're, to give you some creative ideas, I I have a coin jar. Yeah. So listen, go get the coin jar. If you join in the savings challenge, I got a water jug too. Exactly. So if y'all joining the challenge, go get your coin jar. You may want to, take it to the market, cash it in. Whatever cash you get, you go put it in it. Put it in the savings challenge. Put it in the binder. Like I said, you guys, I have like so many items in my garage that I could sell. Okay, so I'm like, ooh, let me actually get the items that again, and they say most American have $1,000 of unused items in their house. Okay, $1,000 of unused items. So listen, if y'all really want to save some money, look around your house. What you don't use? You ain't wore them shoes in a while. You didn't use that. Whatever you don't use, sell it. Okay? That's just been sitting up there collecting dust in your house. Wait, what you have? I'm just saying. Oh, Jimmy said what you have. Listen, you know what? Honestly, Jimmy, I have it's actually for women, Jimmy. It ain't for it's for yeah, it's for women. I have like several, like I think I got like 5 different new UGG boots. I don't know why I was in maybe an era of like UGG boots or something like that. I don't know why, y'all, but I have like 5 or 6 of them. They're pretty much brand new that I'm going to sell. And I'm going to get some coins for that. Y'all know I'm going to get some coins for the UGGs. Okay. So that's the first thing that came to mind for me, that I was like, okay, I could sell these boots. And then also I have a desk. Leandra, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. I also had a desk that I'm going to sell to as well, because I got a new desk. But what size? Vibrant Love? Oh, you said what size? Well, listen, your girl's tall, okay? And I think they're like, because I'm 5'10", y'all. So I'm definitely tall. I think they're like a size 10, at least. I think they are like a 10, maybe 10 and a half. But let me know. Shoot, I'm going to put it up for, I'm going to clean them up and all that, because I know I at least got like maybe like three or four that they're brand new that I don't use. So definitely. But y'all, hopefully this is giving y'all ideas. Okay, hopefully this is giving you some ideas to go look in your closet. Okay, go look in that closet, go look in your shoes, whatever you don't wear. And again, take some time. That's my girl size. Oh, Jimmy, you said that. Lori, welcome in. You said that's your girl size thing? Well, not my size, Robert Love. Oh, yes. I mean, I feel like Lori, welcome in. I feel like it's all for like the tall girlies. Okay, so if you tall, it's kind of like, I feel like that's the average size for a tall girl. I'm 5'10", so unfortunately it comes with the territory of being 5'10", unfortunately, y'all. Okay, so but listen, I hope that I'm giving you guys some ideas to look in your house for unused items. Okay, look in your house for those unused items that still have some value to it. Okay, because what did they say? One man's treasure is another. Well, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Carol, welcome in. So you may think it's like, oh, I don't want that, and of course you want to, give stuff that's definitely in good condition. But people will pay. You'll be surprised what people pay for. So this is another way, you guys, to add that money, add those coins to the savings challenge. So if y'all not in the savings challenge, you got, what's today? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You got 3 days. Sweet affections. Hey, friend. Welcome in. You got 3 days to join the savings challenge. What are you waiting for? Okay. Because after Friday, it will be gone. Okay. It won't be on the website no more. Okay. So, yep. So thank you so much for liking out the live. Where we at, y'all? We at 18K. Let's get it to 20K, you guys. Let's get the live. I'm going to get back into making gift baskets. So another revenue. Yes, Jimmy, listen. Get them coins. Yes, because I heard in this business meeting today that we should all have multiple streams of income, you guys. You hear me? Multiple streams of income. Don't just rely on that 9 to 5. I'm telling you that. I'm just saying, like, I was definitely just, starting my own business. So I always relied on my 9 to 5. But the good thing about I would say being in healthcare is like being in healthcare. Once you work at one hospital, you can easily get another hospital job. So I will say that even though, like, let's say one hospital was reducing my hours, I could easily get another hospital job. So that has been great for me. But still, it don't matter whether I'm getting another hospital job or not. That's me. Oh, you in healthcare for welcome in, welcome in. See, you was really supposed to be here because I literally specialize in helping healthcare moms. Okay. Healthcare moms get their finances together. That's what I specialize. I've been in healthcare for 15 years. Nurse. Yes. Friend, we need to talk. Nurse. But when the stores mark down for their season and flip it, yes. Listen, one of my friends, he's a reseller, right? He is a reseller, y'all, and he is killing the game. Reseller, man, he is making so much money on reselling. So listen, there is money to be made, you guys. Okay. Listen, there's money. So make sure you look into what are you good at? What do you like to do? What gifts did God give you? What talents did God give you? Because He gave each and every one of us some gifts and talents, things that we like to do, and you can make some money off of it. Okay. So we all should be having multiple streams of income. Don't just rely on that 9 to 5. Okay. Have some multiple streams of income. Because as you know, they can, you hear one day and then all of a sudden they let you go. You know what I mean? So we don't want that to happen, but still, we definitely want to have some multiple streams of income for sure. You guys, for sure. So yeah, okay. So let's see. Okay, let's say, okay, so we said about the budget routines, you guys. So y'all know I said build a budget routine. And yeah, so build a budget routine, checking your budget weekly, your payday rhythms. And then sometimes, you guys, which I always say, sometimes we have to may have some quiet moments with God in our finances and our numbers. For all the new people that haven't, really been in my room, I always say it's one thing to have these practical steps and tips for your finances, but it's another thing to invite God into it. Sometimes your numbers are just not going to make sense. Sometimes it's just you have, reduced your budget as much as you can, but it's another thing to invite God into your finances. Some B Moss, welcome in, friend, welcome in. They're so important that, again, to invite God into it. So the third one, hey Janine, glad to be back. Hey friend, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome. Oh, here we go, y'all. Sorry, TT gave me the puzzle, y'all. TT gave your girl. Thank you so much for the heart, me friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, you know what? I don't know what that did. Okay. I don't know what it did to the thing. But you said 100 comments in my live, Jimmy. Oh my gosh, you said 100 comments. So again, it's so important, you guys, invite God into your finances. I don't know what it did to the color, y'all. TT did something to the color. I don't know. I had just said a prayer before I came across your live and you show up. Ooh, look at God. Okay. Look at God. And I feel like I hear this all. I'm trying to renew my actors union card. Um thank thank you, commercial actors make good money. Really? Yes. About my money. Yes. Leandra, yes. Listen, we definitely want to renew that card and have multiple streams of income. You said the actors make good money. Listen, you are in the right place, friend, to be there to make good money. I don't know what it did to the thing. I look like, I don't know, like what it did. Oh, there it go. I don't know what it did to the color. And that's what's up. Yes. Listen, but I feel like TT and, just like this AI is like what you be praying about. You know how all of a sudden you'd be like, dang, I need to save something. Whatever you think about, like, oh, I need a refrigerator. And then all of a sudden when you swipe the app, when you go into social media, all of a sudden refrigerators come up, like, wait a minute, right? So hopefully that's probably what happened. But I feel like I get that all the time. Some people be like, me, and I was just praying about my money, or I was just thinking about budgets or whatever. And it's just like all of a sudden you see my live. So we truly appreciate you for being here. All the new people that I feel like when new people come into my live, they're like, oh my gosh. So I truly appreciate it. But yeah. So number 3, you guys, grace-based budgeting means you return, not restart. Listen, I feel like this is definitely like my signature budgeting, right? Grace-based budgeting, right? It's like what? Using a budget doesn't mean perfection. It means coming back after that hard shift, after that off week, after that emotional day, after them kids and stressed you out. Okay? Grace-based budgeting, right? Is giving yourself grace when it, as you know, all the healthcare moms, listen, where we work 12 hours a day. Nurses, listen, y'all know the 12 hours is a long day. So after that long day of work, you dealing with these patients, you dealing with, serving, again, after that emotional day, maybe you had an emotional day with your kids, with your loved one, with your spouse. Okay. After, maybe you had a bad day at work. Maybe, your family is going through it. After all of that, it's grace-based budgeting, meaning giving yourself grace when you have those times that it's like, man, I don't just have it in me. When you tired, when you mentally, okay, it's like, I feel like my kids say, oh, like, because I work from home and I'm in healthcare administration, but it's like, oh, you work from home, so you don't do nothing. But when when you work from home, you mentally exhausted, okay? Like, I may not be physically exhausted, I'm mentally exhausted. And sometimes we may have that where you're like, mentally, I can't make another decision. I don't want to make another decision mentally. Okay. You may have those moments where spiritually, your spirit is just unsettled, whatever that you're going through, whatever it is, life is just lifing for you, and you just spiritually unsettled. This is where the grace-based budgeting comes in. Giving yourself grace, giving yourself time and say, you know what, I'm going to come back to the budgeting later. But it doesn't mean perfection, right? So it doesn't, we won't have to be perfect with it, because we're not going to be, right? Because we are all sinners saved by grace. But it means coming back to it, right? It means coming back to it after we tired, after we done had that long shift, after we maybe probably should have got some rest, okay? After we had that emotional day, whatever we went through, coming back to the budget, okay? This is where the grace-based budget comes into, okay? So if you really want to, years ago, I was in Wendy's hamburger spot for 5 to 6 hours a week and earned what? National spot? Really? What? In a commercial? That's what you're talking about, Leandra? In a commercial, he was making that? Girl, congratulations. 18K? What? That is great, friend. That is great. Okay. Listen, awesome. Exactly, right? That is great. I really do. I really think that is good. But also, too, I want to say, you guys, if you are really ready, from moving from having a budget to using one, the first step is clarity, right? Clarity, clarity, clarity. You got to be clear. You got to be clear. So if you guys need clarity, yes, TV commercials pays good. Oh, I know it do. Listen, I know it do. For it to be paying that type of money, man. So if you need some clarity, when Coach Jennifer, welcome in, friend, welcome in. Well, I want to just tell you, friend, that you're live today. Blessed me so much. It was the message I needed to hear, y'all. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily Harvey. When I tell you your live blessed me, it blessed me, Coach Jennifer. I'm like, a man, oh man. I definitely needed to hear that message. I was in there like, oh my gosh, she's talking to me. Listen, if y'all want a great business coach, Coach Jennifer, listen, go to her live, y'all. Follow her. Coach Jennifer is amazing. She will get your business together, okay? Listen, y'all. Listen, when we were just talking about making sure we have multiple streams of income. Just like you said, having multiple streams of income, you guys. So if you are looking for a business coach, Coach Jennifer is your girl. I'm just telling y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are the second person to say it. When I tell you, Coach Jennifer, it blessed me. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why is she calling me out like that? Y'all know y'all ever be, having somebody talking, they be like, now why are they calling me out like that? Now I feel like I get that all the time too. You joined my fan club for 3 months. I get that all the time too, Coach Jennifer. I'm like, when I say stuff about budget or finances or something like that, they be like, Janine, like, why are you calling me out low key? And I'll be like, I really be not trying to listen. This is what God, listen, I'm just doing my assignment. And this is what God is, telling me to, say. I don't know, like your personal situation, but it's definitely led on. I think I had somebody else in my live yesterday that was so, they were so grateful to come across my live. And I'm like, listen, it's not me. I'm just being obedient to what God has called me. He been put this on my heart for the business, and I'm just being obedient to it. Thank you so much for the populars. So yes, y'all. So remember, give yourself grace when it comes down to your budgeting. Like, it's not a set it and forget it type of thing. Again, we don't all have to be perfect when it comes down to our finances and our budget. And again, if you really want to have some clarity when it comes down to your budget, if you really want to put some systems in place, I'm opening up 2-3 more spots, y'all, for financial coaching. I will say your girl kind of been booked and busy. I'm just saying. Thank God. Thank God for that. I've been booked and busy. So if you are really thinking about having some clarity when it comes down to your money, if you're really thinking about doing things different in 2026, you can go to the LINK, y'all, and BIO, and click, and you can book a clarity call, or we can talk about the budget. We can really map out some strategies that will be realistic for where you are. And if you honestly want somebody to walk alongside you to really help you transform your finances, that's been where you have been, that understands, but has, nothing but the grace of God has came out on the other side of it, then make sure you go book your clarity call. Okay. And I want to encourage you guys, especially, in 2026, if you are really trying to do something different. Okay. I think I am going to do more testimonials for the clients that I do have, because I know people are like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But definitely, I have been working with a lot of clients, and I see, my clients have really been, their finances have been transformed. Some of them, we're working on different things, some credit, some savings, some butts, like all of the things. So we definitely we deal with that in the financial coaching. So if you're ever interested in it, you can send me a message and we can talk about it. But honestly, you guys, again, like, I want to make sure that I encourage, and also too, I have a ton of free resources too as well, you guys. Ton of free resources for you. That's in the LINK. I have a free budgeting guide. I have a debt tracker sheet when you write down all your debt to organize your debt in a way. So I feel like I have a faith over finances, which is honestly, like, when I tell you, I do have a couple people that told me they downloaded and they read it. If you want to invite God into your finances, it's a 7-day devotional, y'all. When I tell you it's a game changer, it's a game changer. Okay. So maybe you have your budget together. Maybe you have your savings, but maybe you want to say, you know what, I want to do something a little different and I want to invite God into my finances. This 7-day devotional will, like, transform how you do your finances, and then invite God into it. And it's prayers on there, it's actionable steps. It's like, if you inviting God into your debt, inviting God into your savings, all of the things. So make sure you go download it. It is FREE, y'all, free. Okay. So I definitely have several different free freebies in my stand, y'all. So go check it out. But again, you guys, for the recap, you guys, again, so the things that we talked about, the difference between having a budget and using a budget, y'all. That's the biggest thing we talked about. Having a budget and using a budget would be, having a budget gives you information, using it creates change. Okay. Most budgets fails because there's no rhythm. We have to have a rhythm to our money. We have to have a money routine. We have to have a rhythm when it comes down to our money, and a budget routine. And number 3, grace-based budgeting means you return and not restart. So meaning that giving yourself grace when it comes down to budgeting, so you can constantly return to your budget, to look at it, to give yourself grace, and not constantly restarting. Like, you know how you have the budget template and you look at it and you're like, oh, I haven't looked at it in 3-4 years, or maybe I haven't looked at it in a month or something like that. So we want to constantly give ourselves grace, right? Don't beat yourself up when it comes down to your budgeting, but return to it. Because remember, I also said, you guys, that when you, a budget that you check, a budget that you adjust, and a budget that you return to is transformation. That's when the transformation happens. So if you really want to transform your finances or your budgeting in 2026, I want you to check your budget. I want you to adjust it. I want you to constantly return to it. That's when the transformation happens. Okay. So let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat. Where are we at? We are at 22K, y'all. We are at 22K. Again, let me know if you guys have any questions in the chat. Let me know if you how would I create one if we never made one? Oh, Coach Jennifer, you had a great question. So how would you create a budget if you never made one? Is it Simpleton? Welcome in, welcome in. How would you create a budget if you never made one? Man, so there's like so many for like so many steps. So if you really want to create a budget and you never made one, which I feel like I need to do another live on this. If you really want to create a budget, first thing you want to do is you can get my budget tracker sheets that are in the LINK, right? Because we definitely want to get our tracker sheets. We want to list out our income. So that's the first thing you want to do, right? When it comes down to your budget, you're like, okay, if I never made one, what do I do? List out how much. The biggest thing is, what's your income? First thing you want to do is list your income, right? We need to understand what's coming in. How much do you make? How much are you getting every 2 weeks? List your income, your side hustles, your child support, whatever you're getting, the money that you're getting every month, list it out. Okay. Second thing, your fixed expenses. Write down all your fixed expenses. What is fixed expenses, Janine? Fixed expenses are the expenses that do not change. It doesn't change. They're fixed. That's why it's called fixed. So your mortgage doesn't change. Your car note doesn't change. Your insurance doesn't change. All of these things do not change. Now they may, again, may go up a little bit every, a little bit, 5,000 here or there. But for the most part, that's what you do. Write down your fixed expenses. Next thing, the next category, and this is also on my little budget paycheck trackers. Next category is your debt payments. What are you paying for debt? Right? So here's what I do. And this is how it looks, you guys. This is like the little budget paycheck tracker. Again, this is the links in my bio, budget paycheck tracker. I do separate when it comes down to debt payments. I separate the fixed expenses from my debt. So if you have a car note, if you have student loans, if you have any personal loans, you will put that in the debt payments. You write that down. Okay. You put that in there. Next one, variable expenses. These are the things that you're doing to create a budget. Variable expenses. And people are like, splitting your big bills into half helps too. Sandra, yes, I literally talk about the split paycheck method as well. I live by that. That's why it's called the paycheck tracker, because you're doing it by your paycheck. So you're splitting all of these down by paycheck. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, then you will use this. If you get paid every week, then you will use this, 4 of them. But yes, splitting your bills. Honestly, that was one of the game changers for me, especially when you have your rent, which is usually the biggest line item in your budget, your rent. Splitting that in half, when you get paid is like a game changer. So instead of you taking $3,000 or whatever, $1,500 out of one check, you split it in half. Now it does take a little rhythm to get the split paycheck method. Definitely helped me. Yes, it helped me too. It's a game changer when it came down to the budget. It definitely helped me as well. So too, writing out your variable expenses, variables. These are things that change. It's variable. Your groceries, your gas in your car, your hair, your beauty, your nails, all of these type of categories, you list that out. Okay. Then the next one is your savings and your sinking funds. What are you saving? One pretty neat, welcome in, friend, welcome in. What are you saving for? What is your sinking funds? This is another category. And again, you guys, this is on the paycheck tracker that I have. It's the link, or in the link is in the bio, y'all. So this, again, these are the steps when you're how to create a budget if you never created one. And honestly, Coach Jennifer, that's such a good question. I probably should do a video on it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add up all of these categories, right? You want to add it up, and it needs to equal to 0. So if it doesn't equal 0, then we have to adjust some categories. But that's another live. That's like, man. But honestly, faithful flow. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. But this was honestly a good question, because I feel like I need to probably make a video on it. How to create a budget if you never created one. That's such a good question. So hopefully I answered it, Coach Jennifer. Hopefully I answered it. But yeah, so that's what you want to do, you guys. Writing down your income, writing down also too. So for my my paycheck tracker, it has tithe and giving in there. That is very important. Okay. Some people may not be believers. If you're not believers, giving is still a category, because 3 things that you should always be doing with your money: spending, saving, and giving. I'm so old super fan. Trisha T, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Hey, super fan. Hello. Thank you so much for your heart, me friend. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Faithful Flow, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Hey, friend. Hey, hopefully you are doing well. Hopefully you are doing well, friend. We talked about having, we talk about the difference between having a budget and using a budget. That's what we talked about. But we also, one of the things that I was talking about is 3 things that you should be doing with your money: spending it, saving it, and giving it. Generosity. Generosity is so important. It's so important. It's one of the key things that we should all be doing. We should all be giving. We should all be giving. That's one of the key things, especially if you live in accordance to what God says. Generosity and tithing is so important. But yes, we talked about the difference between superfan eat. Oh, both of the superfans are here. Superfan, all of you guys, eaters, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. Income, debt, and which was the other? So it was the income, Coach Jennifer. It was the fixed expenses, the debt payments. Hello, e-nurse. Hello. The fixed expenses, the debt payments, the variable expenses, the savings and sinking funds, and then we're going to add that all together, which would be the budget summary at the end. So, but that question, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me. Truly appreciate it. Now, listen, you guys, you know what? Since the super fans are in the room, you guys. Now, if you got value in my room and you want to become a super fan, right now we have 4 super fans, and I'm trying to get it to 10. So listen, if you have gotten value in my room, you come in here and you you've learned from me, and you want to become a super fan. If you want to think about becoming a super fan. Listen, the super fan gets access to me in a way that usually are not on the lives. Okay, they get the first information about what's going on. So again, if you want to think about becoming a super fan, think about it, you guys. Yeah, we were talking about the difference between having a budget and using a budget. And Coach Jennifer, let me know if I answered your question. You can create a budget builder on Canva with Canva code. A budget builder? Yeah. Yes. What do you mean budget builder? Like a budget template or something like that? Let me know. And listen, let me just tell you, E-Nurse, listen, let me just congratulate my friend E-Nurse, one of my favorite nurses, okay? Can we just congratulate her right now, you guys, for reaching 10K, okay? Y'all know, listen, 10K is like a big deal, you guys, on this CT app, okay? 10K, I feel like unlocks all of the things, okay? E-Nurse friend, when I tell you I was sitting up there in tears this morning, I was like, listen, I didn't mean to come on your live with the tears, but I was just like, man, what it showed me this morning was how it's powerful that you, sometimes I feel like we come on this app, you guys, and think that, our community needs to be super big, and but what it showed me was, E-Nurse was like, I don't know, maybe what E-Nurse, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 15 followers away from 10K, right? And I know her birthday's coming up, so happy early birthday. But her goal was to get to 10K. So our community, right? Her people that she's connected to went out and was like, hey, let's help her get to, like, what I tell you, you guys, a community was everything. And guess what? She got her 10K. We was in there celebrating her, y'all. The tears was coming because you just don't never know what somebody is going through. And I think sometimes when we see these big rooms, these A-leaguers where they got, hundreds of people in, a room, sometimes even having those large numbers doesn't mean that you have, like, that they're really connected to you, that they really care. Not to say that they don't, but it really just showed me that it doesn't necessarily mean the numbers. I know one of the things that I heard a quote say, that what is it, like, especially building like a business or something, I think it said, like, you only need 1,000 true fans, to build like a 7 figure. Like, you don't need a huge number of followers, you just need the ones that's actually going to support you, that has been there. And I've seen it live in color today, you guys. A community coming together to support another creator, and it was like absolutely amazing to see. Okay, your girl was cutting onions this morning. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Okay. But again, it's such a big accomplishment on this app. 10K unlocks certain things. I don't know. I ain't at 10K yet. But again, we just want to celebrate you, E-Nurse. Listen, she got to the 10K, y'all. And it really, again, like I said, it shows you how important your community. Yeah, me too. It was amazing, y'all. And again, like, we want to celebrate these milestones. I think sometimes, and it's the same thing when it comes down to your money, right? When it comes down to your personal finances. Celebrate the milestone when you save that first $500. Celebrate the milestone when you finally stick to your budget, for the first month. Celebrate the milestones when you finally was able to pay off the credit card. It is so important. And I know for me, I struggle with this a lot, that since I'm so goal oriented, like, once I get a goal, I'll move on to the next. Like, okay, I got this. But I think sometimes we need to sit in it. We need to, thank God, like, what? Thank you, God, for allowing me. Thank you, everyone. Yes. Thank God for allowing me to pay off this credit card, or to pay this debt, or to reach this milestone, or whatever it is for you, maybe for your business, or any of that. So I think it's so important to celebrate it. Kimmy, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Thank you so much for your daily heart, me friend. Welcome in. Welcome in. So it was great to see. It was great to see. You deserve it. Hey, friend. Hey, you deserve it, friend. You definitely deserve it. My favorite nurse. Yes. So it was so good to see. But yes, you guys. Miss K Lade, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. All my friends are coming in. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining up fan club. Thank you so much, you guys. Truly appreciate it. Hello, friend. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Hello. And we just talked about the difference between having a budget and using a budget. Okay, there's a difference. There's one thing to have a budget, and there's one thing to actually use it. So one of, like, just a recap. So what I was talking about is, we have so much information out here. Having a budget is just, you may have the information, right? You have it. You have the information on the budget, but it's another thing to actually use it, right? We want to use it. Right? We want to actually use the budget. So that's what we talked about tonight, you guys. Actually, having a budget gives information. Using it creates change. Now, I'm going to say that again. Having a budget gives information. Using it creates change. And then I also talked about, most budgets fails because there's no rhythm. We talked about this last night, making sure you have a rhythm when it comes down to your finances, a routine. Thank you so much for the populars. A routine when it comes down to your money. What's your budget routine? What's your money routine? Something that you're doing often that will allow you to stick to your budget. And then the third one was grace-based budgeting. Means you return and not restart. So giving yourself grace when it comes down to your personal finances, knowing that it's not a set it and forget it type of thing. It's not, it doesn't mean that the budget needs to be perfect, all the numbers, like it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's something that you give yourself grace in. I think, and again, I hear this all the time when people are like, I'm bad with money or I can't save. You got to give yourself grace when it comes down to your personal finances. Again, this is something that takes time. It takes energy. But I will say the more you do it, the better you will get with it. Okay. And building systems in place. Y'all always hear me say that. Put some systems in place that will carry you through when you're tired, when you don't feel like it, we don't feel like looking at the numbers, all of that. The systems in place will help you. And especially when it comes down to your budgets. Thank you so much, fellow populars. Thank you so much. So yes, that's what we talked about tonight, y'all. A budget isn't paper, it's practice. It is practice. Something that you do over and over and over again, you will get better with. You will get better with. So let me know, you guys, if you have any questions. Anybody watching on the YT or Facebook, let me know if you have any questions for me. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Let me know, you guys. Let's see how long your girl been chitter chatting. Y'all know I've been chitter chatting. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have any questions for me. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I think I am going to hop off in a little bit. I always be saying I'm gonna stick to my 90-minute shows, and I never do it. I never do it. I just be sitting up here chatting all the time, y'all, and not sticking to the time. For surely not. So let me know if you guys have any more questions for me. I will be on here tomorrow, y'all. Y'all know my schedule, Monday through Thursday. We thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Jimmy. Thank you so much. Y'all know I'll be on here tomorrow, Monday through Thursday. That's your girl schedule, Monday through Thursday. I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Y'all get the voice chats for your girl on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. And but I will be on here tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna talk about tomorrow, y'all. What do you suggest for people who are neurodivergent that wants to budget better? Your digital auntie. That's such a great question. I would have to do my research on that. People that are neurodivergent that wants to budget better. Let me do my research, friend. I'm gonna get back to you. Because I'm yeah, that kind of stumps your girl a little bit. I don't know. But I'm going to do some research on it. That's what I will say. ADHD, yeah, okay. Yeah, I would have to to look it up so I can give you, some some practical and some right tips. Again, I can definitely get you some information on it. Because I don't know because I would probably, I know what ADHD is and everything like that. But I just will want to understand it probably in a little bit. It makes budgeting difficult. Oh, yeah. So that's why I would say I would want to probably what's neurodivergent. I'm getting right. It's more like on the lines of ADHD. I'm thinking, Leandra. Yeah. So again, and I feel like I don't want to give inaccurate information. I definitely would do my research on it. Right. Okay. Yeah. It's more of like ADHD. So sounds like me. Oh, Jimmy, you said sound like you. Yeah. So that's the one thing, you guys. That if I don't know something, I'm gonna say I don't know it. I'm like, ooh. But yeah, that's why some but what I will do is look it up and get you the information. That's what I will do. Because again, I may come across a client that may struggle with that, and I want to be able to help them in a way. Oh, faithful, welcome in, friend. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Hey, friend. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. So yes, I'm definitely going. Oh, thank you so much for the popcorns. Oh, thank you for the popcorns. I think you're supposed to shake your head with that. Oh, that's such a cute gift. I think you're supposed to shake your head with it. Thank you so much for the popcorn. Essence of Jules, welcome in. You're welcome. Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. LOL. Yes. I love the interactive gift show. The interactive gifts be so funny. But yeah, your digital auntie, I'm going to do some research, friend, because again, like I said, I may have come across a client that struggles with it, and I want to make sure as the financial coach I am helping them and giving them strategies in a way that they can stick to, that will help them budgeting. So it's a great question. I really haven't came across that yet, honestly. Carolyn, welcome in, welcome in. I haven't came across that, but you learn something every day. You learn something every day, and that's definitely something that we have to learn, that I have to look into. Yep. So I can be prepared for sure. Yep. For the next time somebody asks me, I'm gonna be like, oh, I know how to help y'all budget. Okay. Y'all may process things in a different way, but I'll be like, I had this question asked to me before, and I did my research, and now I know. Now I know. Now I definitely know. So yeah, I think that's true. Yep. So let me know if you guys have any other questions for me. Any other questions? Let me know. Any other questions for you, girl? But again, I hope that this live blessed you guys. I hope you took some gems for budgeting. Okay. I hope that you guys took some gems when it came down to your budget and you learned some things. And I hope that it blessed you in a way. Rosie, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. Great live. Oh, thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. Again, where are we at? We're at 25K, y'all. We at 25K. Yes. What did I say the goal was? I said the goal was 25K. I think that's what I said. We are at 25K, y'all. Yes, 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 yes. Let's see. Yep. So if you guys don't have any more questions, it is late on the East Coast, y'all. It is late on the East Coast. And as you know, as a healthcare worker, your digital auntie, 12 hours a day. That's what your girl does. 12 hours. I start at 6 a.m. and I end at 6:30 p.m. So your girl works long hours, 12 hours a day, unfortunately. So I was like, let me make sure I get some rest. I hope that this live bless you. Yes, girl, I know. Yeah, listen. And I used to work 7P to 7A. The overnight shift life, I do not miss. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. Man, the 7P to 7A, or I'm like 7P to 7:30, because I used to have to give report. Man, I don't miss that life. I'm a night shift nurse. Oh, you a night shift nurse, man. Listen, your digital auntie. Listen, when I tell you I do not miss it. Listen, I did my time, friend. I did my time. I did that for 10 years. 7P to 7:30 a.m. Did it for 10 years. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. Okay. Listen, I tip my hat off to all you night shift nurse, all you night shift employees in the hospital. I tip my hat off to y'all. Listen, I know the life. I lived it. And yeah, your girl, listen, I'm on a day shift crew, y'all. Listen, because I feel like night shift, you had like a kind of like, oh, y'all day shift or whatever. Listen, I'm on a day shift side, your digital IT. Listen, come on the other side. Now again, I do know the perks of being night shift for sure, but man, I don't miss that life. Yeah, listen, I know, listen, the night shift, listen, and I know this is man, we had great times at the hospital on night shift. Man, night shift is just it's a different beast. It's a different population of patients. It's a different, it's just all of the things is just so different. I did it for 10 years. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. And I was in a level 1 trauma center. So, night shift, it is, right? Yes, it's a different type of And in a level 1 trauma, overnight, you already know as a nurse, yes, for sure. E-nurse, listen, e-nurse, no, listen, I know e-nurse, you worked in a level 1 trauma, so the overnight shift life on a level 1 trauma hospital, y'all already know it's going down. Okay, y'all know it. The nurses, listen, so y'all know that's a different animal and a different beast. So yeah. So that's what I used to have to come into all the time. Okay. Level 1 trauma center, night shift, 7 p to 7 a. And y'all know I got stories for days. Okay, when it comes down to that. Stories for days. But again, I don't miss it. I don't miss it, man. Working in the ER, exactly. And you're on the East Coast. Yes. E-nurse, I know, working in the ER. Listen, so I used to come down to the ER all the time. All the time. My office used to be upstairs. And yes, I'm on the East Coast. Yes, I know how it is working in the ER, dealing with that. Man, but I mean, I will say, like, the one thing I miss about, like, the level 1 is like the adrenaline of the trauma centers. And people, listen, I know y'all like, what did y'all talk about? But only the healthcare people know, like, the adrenaline of the level 1 traumas and all of that stuff. Like, you are kind of just constantly on a, like, so I feel like I miss that a little bit. But it definitely, oh yeah, it definitely takes a toll for sure. In the ER, yeah. So tip my hat off to you, digital auntie. Listen, friend, I tip my hat off to you. Cause I feel like, I don't know, but like it didn't matter how much amount of sleep I got, I was just still tired. I don't know. I don't know. It didn't matter how much amount of sleep, y'all, that I got when I was working night shift. You too, hun. Yes, like it just, I don't know. I was always tired. I was always tired. And they say now, both of the nurses in the room, don't they say that when you work night shift, it takes off like some years off your life? I feel like, is that true, y'all? That's what I heard. That it takes some years off your life working night shift because your body is just inclined to be sleep at that time, and you're actually like forcing your clock to I'm enjoying retirement. Yes, listen, e-nurse, I know you are. Listen, I know you are. I know you are. But yeah, y'all, that night shift, it definitely takes a toll on you for sure. It definitely takes a toll on you. But when I came to day shift, y'all, I was like, oh, this is how regular people are. Like, what? This is how regular life. Like, oh my gosh. Like, it was such a transition for me for a long time. Like my body it took me a long time to adjust to day shift. It really did. It took me a long time to adjust to it because it just was like, man, you on that night shift life for so long, your body gets the score. Yeah, it's just like, man, it took me a long time to adjust to it. It really did. And I was just like, man, my sleeping was awful whack. Yeah, I couldn't sleep throughout the night. It just was like bad. It was bad because it was just, I was on that shift for so long. So I get it. People are like, girl, this ain't talking about finances. We're talking all the healthcare. We are healthcare heroes. Okay. That's why I need a budget to create an exit plan. Oh, there we go. Listen, digital auntie, listen. That right there for me. That's, yes, to create a budget, to create a exit plan. Yes. And live the softer life of healthcare, right? Live the softer life, work from home. Great evening says, hey, Elevate. Hey, Vern, welcome in. Yes, ma'am. Yes, listen. Connect with your girl for sure. I definitely listen. That's why I say to be on the other side. I understand. It took me a long time to create my exit plan, but once I created it, I was like, I'm out. They like, what? I got you. Yes. They're like, what? Yeah. And be like, oh, I'm gonna miss y'all. I miss the coworkers or whatever. But I'm out, y'all. I'll be like, I'm out. Peace, y'all. So definitely miss my coworkers. I really had a great coworkers. But God was like, girl, you did your time. I'm gonna have to book a call. Yes, book a call, friend. Book a call. Because again, like my move was strategic when I left. Definitely strategic. Made sure I put some things in place. Made sure I did some research and everything like that. So now I'm a medical coder. Get into case management and work from home. Yes, I love that, e-nurse. Yes. I am a medical coder. So And I've done the insurance side, I've done the billing side as well. I'm actually going back to school because I really want to do maybe like revenue cycle manager. I know, great tip. Yes, definitely, definitely. And it's so many people I know, and again, work from home, and especially as y'all nurses, you could easily get into like CDI, which is, I know this is off topic, y'all like, girl, what is you talking about? But you can get into CDI, clinical documentation integrity specialist, which they want nurses. I used to do coding, but down HR. Nice. I was like, oh, I used to do coding. Yes. And you like HR. I'm about to say, yeah, the nursing and then the clinical documentation specialist as a nurse, you probably can get the same money as the bedside nurse or probably even more. But yes, any work from home. Okay. So definitely. And they love nurses. And again, it's looking at the documentation. So that's kind of what I'm moving towards, maybe like a coding director or a coding manager. So, or revenue cycle. So that's what I'm going back to school for. But yeah, I think it's really good. But honestly, y'all, healthcare, listen, healthcare will always be my like. I tell my kids all the time, if y'all want a job, y'all want to have a stable job. The Epic is awful. You don't like Epic? I don't watch my words on here, y'all. Okay, I have to look into it. You have to. Elevator, you don't like it? What? Girl. I think that system is really good. But I've worked, maybe because I work with the older systems. It's another system I love. So do I. Did you know, Auntie? So do I. It's so like user friendly and everything like that. But maybe because I worked on older systems and then I have that system. I gotta be careful what I say on here. That I was like, oh man, it's a great system because I worked with older ones. So but yeah, yes, the older system I like. You like the older system? But I guess you got to be birthday. That's a great system. Exactly. Hate mid-tech. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The top one is the E1, y'all. That's the top one to have. I mean, especially an experience to have. They're like epic analysts and stuff like that you can do. That I know that they make great money too as well. That also can be a transition out of like the bedside nursing as well. So yeah. So I worked 7 years in the hospital. Nice, nice. We were just talking about it. 7 years in the hospital. Yeah, nice. I've been in, healthcare for 15. So I've probably been in the hospital for I only been working from home for like 2 years. So probably been in the hospital for the last 13, 14, something like that. So yeah, so trust me, I know. But there are other, that's the biggest thing about, y'all healthcare. Y'all know it's big. So there's so much that you can do. So much that you didn't never think that you could get into, that you could do. That you work from home and you have some peace, okay? And you still can make good money. So definitely, definitely, definitely. So yeah. But I am a corporate girly now. Oh, you said you are a corporate girly. Yes, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, being a corporate girly. There is nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Yes, I love that for you. Love it for you. Corporate girly. Love it, love it, love it. So yes, you guys, hopefully people are like, girl, what is you talking about? The healthcare, they probably like, when you talk about healthcare, you just lost me. You just lost me. But yes, no. But I hope, again, you guys, I hope that this live blessed you. And I'm gonna say this short prayer before I close out. Yes. I know some people are like, girl, what did you talk about? Like, what? But only the healthcare. Y'all, we know. The healthcare, the nurses, y'all, they know, we definitely know. God, help us not just write the plan, but walk it. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Dear Heavenly Father, God, help us not just write the plan, but walk it out. Give us discipline without shame, structure without stress, and peace in our finances. Oh God, everybody that's watching on the replay, that's watching live, I just pray that we will just continue to walk in your strength, oh God. In Jesus' name, I pray all of these things. Amen. Listen, you guys, this was a great live. Truly appreciate all of you guys for being here. You could be in any other room. Thank you so much for watching, for tapping the screen, for sharing it out, the gifts, everything. I truly appreciate all of you guys. I will be on here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you guys. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Truly appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much, Jimmy, for the heart me. Amen. Have a great night, everyone. Yes, have a great night. Truly appreciate all of you guys for being here. And again, I want you to remember, budget with faith and prosper with grace. I love you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for the populars. Truly appreciate you. Oh, thank you so much for the popcorn. Thank you so much, eaters. Thank you so much for the popcorn, y'all. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate you guys. Appreciate you so much. Have a great night. Peace.